Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Irish Uncensored. I'm here with my buddy Grant, as always. How you doing, man?
Oh, it's Monday night, USC week. It's always a big week, so very excited.
Yep. We will get into the game. We're gonna do like a basic breakdown, what we think of USC, and then what we think how we stand up to them. But we'll be back right
Absolutely.
after this. You can find us on Irish Uncensored Facebook page, and if you'd like to like and subscribe this, please do, and check us out in future videos. And we're also on Twitter. So go check us out on there. We've been posting some fun stuff. So let's get into the game. What did you think of this bye week? I know it's not exciting to talk about a bye week, but for me, it felt like a rejuvenation, like to not play, to not worry about anything. It's like we played one season. To me, this is season two. Let's
Yeah,
see how we do. It's a new ball game.
it's a new but old ball game. So Brian Kelly had his presser today and basically announced that Jack Cohn's still going to start,
Right.
um, but that Buckner's going to be mixed in more often. Buckner's going to be healthy. Mayer's going to be healthy. We did have one change. Christophic is taking over for Carell at left guard, which I think will be good for us. He's played well the last game versus Virginia Tech. He did well, so I'm hoping that we can kind of keep some momentum moving with our O line, and hopefully we just call the right offense with Cone in the game to make him be successful. I mean, when he spread it out and
Yeah.
got rid of the ball quick, he looked good at the end of the game. It's hard to deny that he looked good, but man, when we go down in big holes because we start slower than a tortoise, it's hard to love. But Kelly came out and what Brian Kelly does.
Yeah.
Here
Well,
comes our guy.
let's just hope it's fixed. Something's fixed. We got a bye week and we came out of the first half of the season 5-1. Like there's a lot to be happy about. There's a lot to be disappointed about too, but we've already gotten into all that. So let's just go into this team. Now you told me right before we jumped on about their best player who seems like a god out there.
Yeah, London at wide receiver, dude. 800 plus yards, 5 touchdowns, 64 receptions, so about 10 a game. Um, Averaging about 130 yards a game ish.
Yeah, well, probably more than that. He's got 130 or more in 5 of the 6 games, and the other one he has 68 in a loss to Stanford. So he is torching everybody, no matter who they're playing.
Yeah, I mean the dude's a monster. They have some solid running backs, all averaging like four. The first three in their depth chart, I think, are averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry. I mean, it's still USC. Like I don't, they're not as good as they are. They're 3-3. They've taken some beatings and they've given out some beatings, but the talent is there every year, just like it always is. But they haven't put it together this year. I mean, Slavis at quarterback,
Maybe
he's
similar to
solid.
us.
Yeah, similar
But
to
but
us.
we're 5-1. So this really is almost like a reflection of what we could have been.
Yeah, I mean you're right. And their situation with coaching kind of seems to be like a dumpster fire as of late. Like they just haven't been the classic USC like that we were used to seeing in the early mid 2000s, and now they're kind of just a middle of the road USC team. But they still get great players. They're very athletic. They're young overall, offensively and defensively. On the offensive line, they do start two freshmen at their tackle positions, which I thought was interesting. But interiorly, they're three redshirt seniors. Defensive side of the ball, you're looking at sophomores, juniors, a lot of juniors. I mean, they have experience, but it's not like they're all seniors. So there is some youth to this USC team, which I think we can take advantage of.
They haven't played a close game all year. They won by 23, lost by over 20, won by over 30, lost by 20, won by 20, and lost by 15-ish. Like
Mhm.
they either play good or they don't. So
Yeah,
we gotta, like, whatever we're good at, which has been defensively, we gotta come out strong, because obviously if they get in a hole, they're gonna struggle. They're not that kind of team that's gonna come back on us. So And we've been playing all close games.
Yeah.
Something's got to break here because if it's a blowout, it'll be normal for them. If it's close, it's normal for us.
Right.
Maybe we can come out with like a good bye week plan with Cone. Like use Cone to his advantage.
Mhm.
He has like good football inside of him.
Yeah.
Take advantage of that instead of making him move around in the pocket because that does not work at all. He doesn't know where he's going in the pocket. Make him make quick decisions and maybe take a long ball every once in a while. But
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you said. Put together a game plan that suits Cone. Spread the field. I don't know if you happen to see, but we also lost Kane Barong, so we're down another tight end. Torn ACL, out for the rest of the year.
oh,
So they are now talking about playing Michael Carmody, who was playing left tackle for us earlier in the year, at tight end until we are healthy enough to actually have a tight end playing tight end. So I just hope they come out and not just no two tight end sets. Like if you're going to have a tight end in the field, let it be Mayer. If it's not Mayer, then you need to just spread the ball out with wide receivers and running backs. I mean, Logan Diggs proved to be that he can play. Him, Kyron, Tyree, between all of our receivers. I don't want to see two tight ends if we can avoid it.
yeah, I agree with that. Don't let them stack the box against our running backs who have barely gotten room to breathe as is. And then we have good weapons, so let's use them. Let's spread it out. Let's kill them with 5-yard passes. Like I know we've talked about this before, but a lot of times you play a team that's lesser than you, and you think like, oh, let's just go out there and play like we're gonna smoke them. Like if we just do the simple things right, we're going to smoke them. So let's not overthink this and try to get 20-yard plays, 15-yard plays when we know that can be so disadvantageous for us with Cone back there.
Yeah. I'm curious to see. Kelly mentioned like that Buckner is going to be healthy, that he got a lot of work in the 2 bye weeks, not 2 bye weeks, the 2 weeks,
Yeah.
leading up to this. And I'm curious to see if there's anything different. Are they going to open up the playbook a little more with him, even further past what they did with Virginia Tech? What has he learned? Like, I'm curious to see his growth and development because if he continues how he's going, and Cone plays how he played in the first quarter against Virginia Tech, I can't see Cone remaining our starter long.
No.
So,
but he still is.
yes.
But he came back and won the
Yeah.
game. It's like there's no winning for losing for losing for winning.
It's such a double-edged sword because I don't hate Jack Cone. I think Jack
me
Cone
neither.
in certain situations is a good quarterback. Unfortunately, our O-line has not been good enough to support his style of quarterback play that he needs. And we talked about that a million times, but if he can be put in positions to be successful and get the ball out of his hands quickly and spread the field out, I think he's proven that he can, make some throws. But at the end of the day, all we want to do is win. That's all we want to do.
Yeah.
Let's win out. Let's go get to 11-1 and see where the chips fall. I mean, college football this weekend was crazy, man.
Yeah,
Purdue taking down Iowa.
Yeah, I so called Purdue beating a good team for sure. Purdue's pretty decent, but also the Big Ten is so trash that it's like you just know it's gonna happen.
Oh, the Big Ten is not good, dude. Did you watch the Michigan State IU game?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. I was like, I mean, I've been impressed with Michigan State this year, and I put some money on them, and I was nervous the entire game because they let IU stick around for its entirety with IU's second string quarterback. But that's just good Big Ten football right there.
This is defense. It's all about defense. It has nothing to do with terrible offensive play calling or like not being able to get the ball past the yard.
Yeah, past Ohio State and Penn State this year. I don't.
That's
really
like every year. I mean, sometimes usually there's a third team that mixes
Michigan's
in
the
there.
third.
Michigan State, like maybe Wisconsin, but usually Wisconsin's overrated too. So
It's just funny how many Big Ten teams are undefeated by how their schedule fell because like Iowa was, Penn State was, Ohio State had one loss, Michigan State was undefeated. Like all these teams just so happen to have not played each other. Like I think in the top 10 there's 3 or 4 Big Ten teams. Like
yeah, there were 4.
That's definitely going to shake itself out.
Yeah, just the fact that they're not good and the fact that they're going to have to play each other. It's like Yeah, that's a guarantee. And people want Notre Dame to join the Big Ten. We'd probably just smoke through the Big Ten every year,
Yeah,
minus like Ohio State. It'd be Notre Dame, Ohio State every year.
Big Ten
It
championship.
really would it not? Like who? Maybe like every out of like 10 years, 8 of the years that would be the matchup.
I feel like it would. Big Ten is big hot garbage. So I mean, I, it is what it is. But I'm what I'm looking for in this first game out is just off the buys. Like you said, this is a fresh start. Offense. Let's
Yeah,
pull it together, guys. Let's be the offense that we know we can be. Let's make plays. Let's just continue to make plays. If we can see our O line continue to take steps forward, who knows what can happen down the line. I'm not saying we're going to make the playoff because, quite honestly, our schedule turned out to be butt cheese.
yeah,
And it just is what it is. At one point, we had 5 or 6 ranked opponents on our schedule. Now we're sitting here with Cincinnati at number 2 in the country, and you know how we feel about them.
yeah.
And
I called that they're going to lose to a random team too, and they have a trash schedule.
yeah,
So when it happens, just remember it's
and
going to happen.
Purdue just cracked the top 25. What's
Yep.
hilarious is that we now sit with 1 loss to Cincinnati, and there are about quite a few 1-loss teams ranked ahead of us who haven't lost to the number 2 team in the country. But
Yeah,
that's just the double-edged sword that is Notre Dame.
yeah, it's Notre Dame. It's also how we've played. I don't think we deserve to be jumping over anybody with how we've played. Also, rankings mean fucking nothing. They're worthless. And they like not first of all, preseason rankings gauge like the season. So they'll give somebody an 8th ranked position off nothing, and then they'll lose and they'll move them down to like 11. It's
Yeah,
like really, if we're going off top 25, those should shake out and be completely different after that preseason because preseason means nothing. You lose, you're out.
yeah. I definitely agree that they don't mean anything. It's just interesting how it always pans out. Like when it's a good win if they beat Notre Dame, and they're not as good if Notre Dame wins. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Been that way our whole lives. But
Yeah.
what are you looking forward to? Like, let's talk about like second half MVPs on offense and defense. Let's try to pick some guys that aren't Kyle Hamilton.
Okay, well, offense, it's got to be Kyron. We did a really piss poor job getting him going, and it had nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
Nothing, like 0, not 1%, 0.
he's a
So
dog, man.
we've got to make him get the ball, be creative, like you said, spread him out, maybe do some trickery, like
Yeah,
end arounds, so put him in the slot,
yeah,
whatever the fuck we need to do to get him the ball, do it.
yes,
Because he's a god out there. Like he trucks people. He does not go down.
no. Him and Tyree can both catch the ball, and I think that's very, very unique skill with their kind of speed and playmaking ability in college. So we definitely need to get the ball in their hands. But what about your defensive guy?
Defensively, I mean, our D line has already been great. I mean, it's hard not to pick Hart because
Yeah,
he's been Hamilton 2.0. Like we've got 2 of them back there, right? So
yeah,
our D line's already been fantastic. I don't even know who to pick because it's just been like a group effort.
collectively awesome.
Linebackers have been solid. We've had a couple nice picks here in the last few weeks too, but I would say probably Hart. I think he's going to step up even more. Maybe him and Hamilton are getting like a pick or 2 a game combined,
Right.
especially with not playing super high caliber teams.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I offensively, man, who does it need to be? It needs to be freaking Lindsey. That's who it needs to be.
That's not a good pick, but you're right. But that's not going to happen.
It needs to be Lindsey, but I'm going to take Avery Davis.
Oh yeah, he's our most consistent wide
Yeah,
receiver.
he's a rock. Like he's out there. You know what you're going to get from him. He's going to play hard. I could see him being the MVP of the second half of the season. Defensively, it needs to be Clarence Lewis. He needs to step his game up at corner. I mean, it's crazy. He started every game as a true freshman, and he's been our second, sometimes third best corner at times. It's kind of frustrating. And I'm hoping the bye week kind of gave him some clarity as to what he needs to do and work on better. It needs to be Clarence Lewis, but I'm going to take Houston Griffith. I think he's going to step up and have a big second half of the year. And hopefully we get him back for another year next year so that he can continue to build his resume so that he can get to the NFL if that's what he wants to do. I mean, he's kind of been quiet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
he's there, but he's not there. So that means he's not really making a ton of mistakes, but he's also not making a ton of plays. I want to see him be a playmaker that I know he's capable of being. So that's who I'm rolling with.
Another good one to point out would just be the play calling and coaching and decision making. I'd say out of anything that happens, that needs to be our MVP.
Yeah.
Let's see some good decisions. If Cone is out there and it's not working, let's nix it before it's all fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
don't wait to the fourth quarter. Don't wait to the second half. Let's win these games and make good decisions because we can.
Yeah.
I think I expected us up here. I think we were playing down here, but we have the potential to be close to that top.
Yeah.
And we need to push that. We should be coming out here smoking some teams and playing to our potential, the potential of like our 4 and 5 star recruits. Well, maybe not a lot of 5, but we just have really strong players with a lot of experience, and we need to use that to our advantage.
Yeah. We need to put our foot on necks. I mean, here's the thing. Playoffs are an extremely long shot at this point. But if we put our foot on people's necks and enough people lose, you never know. They might see the improvement that's there, and maybe we somehow sneak in. I highly, highly doubt it.
Yeah, I don't see that, but
8% chance we don't make it, even if we went out. But
there is a chance. Like, it's not impossible. Being
No.
5-1 right now with our schedule left, I think it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
Like, I think best case scenario, we finish the season like 6th or 7th.
Mhm.
And that's if we went out and teams lose, maybe even up to 5 if like a long shot at number 5. But 4, I think, is almost impossible.
It's going to take a lot of losing, and then we don't have a championship game to play in to try to prove that we're capable of more. So really, it would take a lot of losing by other people. But based on how college football's gone this year,
it's gonna happen. College football always shakes out to where teams lose. Usually, there's like the handful that don't, like Bama or one other team every year. But besides that, everybody's gonna lose. There's usually 1 or 2 undefeated teams every year. That's it.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I think the only clear team that's been up there this year has been Georgia. Georgia looks freaking good, man. But past them, everybody kind of looks like, even Bama doesn't necessarily look like
they don't look perfect.
No, they look like they have some flaws. But let's get into some predictions for the game. What are you thinking score wise?
Score wise, I think we're gonna play a lot better offensively with the bye. How can we not? Like, we have to have more than just one drive game plan. We've got, like you said, Buckner's been practicing. I'm going to say we score 35 points, and I think we're going to give up 17. I think we're going to beat the shit out of USC. I don't think they're very good. I think they're going to have a couple nice plays because, like you said, that London guy.
Yeah.
But there's no excuse for us to not just come out here and smack him in the fucking face, honestly. I can't imagine us losing this game.
Coming off of a bye, if we lose, that's
if we lose, it's on coaches.
Yes, I 100% agree.
It's 100% on coaches, and then something needs to be happening. Then
yes, you're exactly right.
If we lose this game, something needs to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say we win 35-21. I'd love to call for 40 piece because I think we're so capable of doing it, but we just haven't. So I'm not gonna overshoot here.
Yeah.
I agree. London's gonna make some plays. What I'd love to see is one of two things: either Cam Hart take away one side of the field whenever he's over there, and then when he's not, I'd love to see Kyle Hamilton maybe shadowing over the top or even just playing him man up. That's what you have guys like Kyle Hamilton for. A top 5, future top 5 pick.
Put him fucking against him.
Yep. Go out there and shut him down.
Yep.
As far as the gambling aspect of this goes, as far as like what we've been picking and whatnot, I know we open. I think we're a -210. We're the favorite. They're giving us 7 points, so they're thinking we're gonna win decently big. I
Yeah,
mean,
I would definitely take that because I think we're gonna beat them worse than that.
yeah. I mean, I personally would bet money line. I don't know if I'd bet the spread just because of how we've played. Um,
Based on USC, I think is more telling than anything because they haven't played any close games. And
yeah,
I think we're more likely to beat them than them beat us. And if they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us bad because that's what they've been doing.
yeah. I mean, that's fair, but that's for now. All I'm touching is the money line. I'm not really gonna mess with anything else right now. I just want to see. I need to prove it. Like I need
Yeah,
us
we do. You're right. We need to prove it.
I need us to come out and get it done. Oof.
We're a B minus team. We've got potential to be an A minus A team. And I think after this bye, going out with Cone again with a new game plan with Buckner, like we've got to see it now. Like
Yeah,
that's it. If we don't see it, like I said, if we don't see it and we lose, something needs to happen. But that's talking some negativity. So hopefully we won't see that.
hopefully not. Hopefully not.
But that basically wraps up. Do you have any final thoughts, Grant?
Final thoughts. Let's go out there and get a good win coming off the bye. I mean, I'm not nervous for this game. I'm very curious. I'm curious. Like I'm anxious to see what we do differently in how we play. It's a night game, so I have to wait all day to freaking watch. I don't know what's going on yet. If we'll try to if we have stuff going on or we don't, maybe we can try to put the live up. I know it's on NBC, but it was kind of fun just to have it live on the Irish Uncensored Facebook page and kind of commentate a little bit. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can't. We'll let you guys know. But
Yeah, we might do that. Maybe since it's on NBC, we'll just turn it towards us and
yeah,
uh, do like a live commentary kind of thing. We'll
yeah,
see. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do that. That seems like something that would be fun to do.
for sure.
But that's it today. Make sure you go check us out on Facebook, Irish Uncensored, and like and subscribe this. Make sure you subscribe so you can see us in the future and see us be really mad if we lose. Hopefully it doesn't happen. And we're also on Twitter. But thank you guys for watching and go Irish.
Go